Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the Convo. It's Nino, Christi, and Juju. Ladies, how are you tonight? Christi?
Hey, doing good. How are you?
Pretty good. Thanks for asking. Juju?
Great. Thanks for asking. See, I
Awesome.
repeated you. Sorry.
There you go. Hey, forgive us, y'all. Real quick, though, I made a post, y'all, on Instagram. And to be honest, it's kind of funny, but it's not too funny. And I have a question for everybody watching now. And, of course, us, the C45ers on stage. And the question is this, ladies. If you had to pick one person to vote for, and you can't sit there and say you're going to vote for, Jesus, or you're not going to vote at all. I've heard these comments all day. Biden or Hillary Clinton, which one would you pick? And let's compare these two and see what's the lesser of two evils or greater of two evils. Christy, go ahead with the introduction.
I am moving to a different country and asking Jesus to take me home. But no, seriously. There's so much dark on both of them that I would need to really think about who I would want to vote for. I'm not 100% sure. We know Hillary and the destruction she's caused, and we see the destruction that Biden's causing right now. So what do you do at that point? Pick the lesser of two evils? And which one is the lesser of two evils?
Okay. Quick little intro. Juju, go ahead.
I mean, Christy kind of said it. She would move to another country. I mean, it's like Dumb or Dumber. Like, who do you pick? We've seen the movie.
I even heard somebody say between vomit or I don't say the other word. Yeah, exactly. All right, so now here's a question, y'all. There's our little intros. Forgive us, y'all, but okay, I'm gonna start with you, Juju. Let's get down to it. I know you don't want to answer this, and everybody else in the comments. All of us have to do this, basically, y'all. Pick now, Juju, or forever hold your peace. Give us a rundown on who you would pick and why, and then compare them. And go ahead. So I guess basically pick who you would vote for if you had to, based with everything you know about these two people. Go ahead, Juju.
It's like so tough, Nino. This is like picking Bane and Thanos. Like, okay, so I'm gonna kind of go with what somebody told me about Cuomo when Cuomo and the whole thing happened and we got him out, thank God. But somebody said to me, well, Juju, we knew what we were getting with Cuomo. We don't know what we're getting with this woman. So it's tough, but we kind of have to weigh pros and cons. And I mean, we would be here all day weighing just cons. So if I really had to choose, I don't like, we all know what Hillary's capable of. We've seen her husband in action. She hasn't had that power yet. And we can see what happens when someone's friends with these people. Biden, to me, would be the safer bet because we know already mind-wise where he is. And he kind of already like releases the common sense and the don't vote for me concept. So I feel like he would be the safer bet. Plus, he's easy to control. He's like, just read what I say. So I would probably pick Biden, even though I don't think it would ever get better. I know, but you're making me choose. So I would pick Biden if I had to. I mean, I would pray for God to like strike me with a lightning rod before that, but worst case, Biden.
Wow, it's really hard to answer this. Okay, thank you. And then we're going to go back on the second round and compare them how evil they are. Christy, you heard the stipulation, sis. You cannot wean me out. You have to make a decision. I want to do the same thing. Hey, Juju did it already. Christy, if you had to pick for one, Joe Biden or Hillary Clinton, go ahead.
So on this one, I completely 100% agree with Juju. I think whenever we get into it a little bit later, the backstories that we know of the Clintons and the interviews that we've done with the victims of the Clintons, that's enough. We know the destruction she's already caused. We know her manipulations. We know all of that. The thing that then, though, is scary about Biden is we know who his puppet master is. We know the Obamas, and we know Soros, and we know those people. So it's like Juju, or and I said earlier, it's the lesser of two evils. But at the end of the day, with everything I know about the Clintons, I'd have to go with Biden too.
Okay, thank you. I'll give my
It's
piece.
like it is like salt and vinegar coming out of my mouth saying that.
It's hard. Ain't it? This is kind of an interesting little segment because I didn't think it'd be this hard, or this. We actually have emotional attachment here, y'all. We really can't stand these people. I'll give my point now. Okay, so I agree with both of you, and I would say the same thing. I would vote for Biden. He's more of a buffoon, but to be honest, who's really pulling his strings, right? They say that Obama's running everything. I don't know, but I would say the safe bet, of course, is to go with who we know. Joe Biden, he's already ruining everything. Why would you want to bet on Hillary with her history? So me, if I had to vote between Joe Biden and Hillary Clinton, I would pick Joe Biden hands down. Interesting topic. So now we're going to segue into who is more evil. It's going to get a little more darker here, y'all, because we spoke about this on the pre-show, and from conspiracies to actual troops and other, facts and opinions of these people. It's pretty wild, y'all. These people are pretty evil, in my opinion. So, Christy, who do you think is actually more evil, Joe Biden or Hillary Clinton?
Definitely, I would have to say that Hillary Clinton is more evil. Whenever you have multiple witnesses coming up talking about the abuse that he has given to women, and you knowingly stand beside that and then heckle and intimidate those people, I'm sorry, I kind of have the mindset of victims have rights, and we know that Juanita Broderick, you did the story with her, and Leslie Milwee, they are two credible people. They weren't looking for any kind of fame. Look how long it took Juanita Broderick to come out with this. So I think that definitely we know about the emails. We know the people that perished underneath her watch. And I just think that definitely, although I don't like Biden's ideologies, I don't like his mindset, I don't like what he calls us or how he's running the country, he's not running it. His puppet masters are running it. So definitely think that Hillary is the biggest evil.
Thank you. And I just want to interject. We're dealing with Biden right now in 2022. How about when he was younger? Would he have been a whole different situation here? And also, what about the diary of his daughter? I mean, this guy could also be equally as sick, if not worse. I digress.
I was
Go
just
ahead.
going to say the last thing with Biden is, whenever you look back on his history and things like that, he did say that he didn't want his children, raised in a racial jungle. He called our troops stupid bastards and tried to play it off like he was kidding. There was nothing. Those videos are out there. None of this needs to be fact checked. None of this, needs to be spun in a different way. I mean, that's what he thinks about us. And so, yeah, I mean, it's definitely the lesser of two evils. Whenever, like I said, it was all I could do to spit out the word Biden that I would vote for.
Okay. Juju, your turn on the chopping block. Well, you already made your decision. With everything we've discussed so far, who do you think is more evil? Which I probably know your answer based on who you're voting for, who you would vote for. You said you'd vote for Biden, but I'm just playing. Who is more evil, Juju? Especially with you living where you live at, you kind of have seen these people around. But who do you think is more wicked, Juju?
Christy and I, we agree. We agree.
Twice in a row. Woo!
We agree. What's in the coffee? I mean, which one is this is a snake, by the way. This is my kid's toy. I thought it was funny when he said the question. I was like, oh, we're talking about snakes. Who's the bigger snake? Gosh. Okay. So Christy had great points. I looked at it from when she said the emails. I said, you know what? We know what we're getting with Biden. We know. We see what's going on with his son. I'm not going to say the name on here. I don't know what's going to be taken off or not, but we've seen it. We know the diary. We know this stuff. What we don't know is what the Clintons, we don't know their emails. We don't know. We know some of his accusers We don't know the rest, because look what happened when he was in the White House. When Bill Clinton was in the White House, it was all brushed under the rug. It wasn't until he came out and said that he had sexual relations that people were like, oh, okay, then yeah, he had sexual relations. So for me, it's I mean, it's she's for abortion. I feel like Biden has changed his tune because he knows that he needs those voters. Like when he talked about the LGBTQ, he wasn't for marriage, and now he changed his mind. So I think, as shocking as this is, I think that he's more conservative, if that's even a thing for him, than Hillary. Hillary is just, and I've actually met her and Bill, and they're liars in real life. That's a fact. But I just have an issue with her husband having the power and no one knowing a lot of stuff or what was going on in our own White House. So if she, and also the biggest thing, I don't want a president.
Exactly.
Okay.
So.
Are you done or are you finished?
I mean, sorry. Yeah. I mean, the abortion was what got me to vote for Trump. When I went there, I was going to vote for Hillary. I'm not kidding. It was like
Touch
this.
on that.
I went to go vote. I wore a red sweater, to trick the people there. I was like, these Republicans are going to think, because I voted for Obama. And when I went there, I said, I literally watched something and I said, wait, she's for abortion? No. Nope. She could have said, here's $1 billion, Juju. I would have been like, no, she's for abortion. So I literally just went, nope. And I put the sticker on. I came home. My family was so happy that I voted for Trump. I cannot. If you're okay with, and in New York, which by the way, she was the senator, she actually agreed. She was part of the reason why New York is like full-term abortion. So to me, like, if you're approving that, you're more evil. I haven't heard Biden's for like abortion, but he didn't like go, from what I know, he wasn't in a state saying, yeah, make it mandatory to full term. I don't think he's actually signed his name on stuff. But Hillary's always been about it. So she's the most evil snake.
Nino,
Okay.
can I say one thing real quick? I think Juju nailed it, hit it on the head, home run out of the park, that we never need a leader in office. I don't think it's a place. I know that there's going to be some feminists that are not going to like this, but it's not its place. Biblically, we're not supposed to be leaders. We're supposed to take care of our men, our husbands, our marriages, our children, and absolutely not. She should never, ever, ever be in office.
Great point, and you to the words out of my mouth. Basically, the Bible says it's a curse to have a rule over men or the land. So that right there automatically is disqualification. I should have said that when I said earlier, but I just picked off the evil ways. So great point, Christi, and I totally agree. Real quick, y'all, a couple more minutes left in the segment of the Convo. I want to go a little bit deeper and darker. I know we're on YouTube. There are some things about Hillary Clinton, Huma Abedin, that we've heard, okay? Rumors. I don't know if they're lovers. It's not my place to judge. But besides that and other stories about children, I don't want to go too far here. Do y'all believe some of the most deepest and darkest things that they've said about the Clintons in particular are true? Christi and then Juju, just make this kind of quick, y'all, but don't go too deep. But we know what we're talking about. Let's just finish it off a little bit on the deep end, and then we'll lighten it up for the ending. Go ahead, Christi.
So I remember whenever Trump said that he is glad that he wouldn't have to be in the place of Bill Clinton whenever all this came down with the special island and all of that. I think absolutely they have been involved for a long time. I mean, they have flight logs that are out that show what is the word I'm looking for? Not guest, but passengers. And I think that absolutely, I think this goes into a deep, deep, deep place that there's witnesses to all this, I mean, what do people have to gain by telling the truth about those things, So I believe it goes really, really deep with children and with traffic stops and things like that.
Thank you. All right, Juju, go ahead. Kind of a touchy subject, but your thoughts, how deep and how dark is Hillary and her cohorts?
Well, Trump said it when they had the when they were standing at the podium. What is that? What was it that they were doing? When they were standing there and he said, you go to jail. He said right then and there, you whitewashed your emails. That's expensive. Expensive. Why would you need 30,000? And there's stuff out there floating, whether it's true or not. We're not saying it's true. And a lot of us have seen stuff. I think it's wicked. I'm from New York. I know there's a lot of weird stuff that happens here. A lot of stuff that gets sent through ways that people don't even know about. You know, it's by the coast, and you know, it's a Democrat-run city. Why do you think she came to New York? You know, she knows what she's doing. Again, I'm gonna bring up that she knows and she knew what her husband did, and she still stuck by him. So that means she knows a lot more. And to me, she's wicked. The family's wicked. The daughter's wicked. And do you guys remember when she got sick and she kind of like fell outside of her daughter's house? Do you remember that when she had like that little thing? That was never even really brought up. Like, you know, she was kind of pushed into the car.
Yeah.
Yeah, like none of it like ever makes sense. There's never truth to her. At least when Biden falls, he falls. You know, at least when he says something that he can't read, like he just, we know what we're getting. We don't know what she's capable of.
And I just have to interject the one time, I'm going to put on the screen in a minute, where she coughed up the slime ball or the entity that came out of her mouth in the cup.
Oh, I never saw that.
You never saw that?
No.
I didn't either.
You remember when she would be on stage coughing a lot and she would drink a water? There's a video of her spitting something out of her mouth in the cup, and people are like, is that like a little, I don't know, some foreign entity? Is it phlegm? It's a crazy video, and I'm gonna post it on here. I hope I don't get in trouble. But yeah, y'all never seen that?
No.
That's like a crazy clip. She coughs up like something in the water cup. I'll share that later. Anyways, y'all, we went further than we should have. So with that, any final words, ladies, before I go ahead and end this segment of the Convo?
I'm just glad that this is a what if and not really our choices. You know, y'all think I was kidding. Like, I honestly, if it came down to like those two people, which we know it can't because they represent the same party, but if it did, I don't think I could stay here. And I know we've had other celebrities say, if Trump gets voted in, I'm moving to another country, whatever. Jesus, take me home. Like, I don't even want my son to have to grow up with the evil that's out there.
Juju.
Yeah, I mean the same. Thank God this is a what if. I would love to know if everybody can comment, please, if you agree with us or if there's something different that you see. But when it comes to Biden, we kind of know. But the good thing about Biden, guys, the best thing is what is the percentage of people who are going to vote Democrat now? He literally showed and exposed the party. So Trump 2024.
Another
Let's
show,
go.
but why do you think that we have so many open borders right now? That's our new blue voters. So, but that's another show.
Yep.
Amen. With that, y'all, we're in the segment, episode 3 of the Convo. We got to go, y'all, but catch us on the repeat. God bless you. Please comment, like, subscribe, and comment below. Let us know what you think. You're an American. You're a patriot. You got grit. Act like it.
Act like it.